No, my horse died since we're getting towards the pole. I'm almost don't know what to say. And Journey.
Shirley. Journey went from the winter circle.
Supposed to be. Is that better? There we go. What happened was my horse died just as we were getting to the finish line. Dropped like a rock. You believe how much it hurts to get run over by four horses. Anyway, I do actually want to read something to start this off, because there's somebody here who plays an important role in the whole story with Jean Serge Brisson and his book, and that is the columnist Dave Brown. Well, Dave, as I mentioned, couldn't be here, but he sent this note and asked it to be read for Jean Serge's benefit.
It has a bitter taste to it.
Singing the anthem, what?
Especially.
Oh, are we?
It's there.
Oh, after this, okay. So let's start it off with this then. Okay, so this is from Jean Serge Brisson, rebel and author, from Dave Brown. Sorry I can't be there. Sorry I'm retired and no longer in the column writing business. This would be an easy column. I could tie it to the number of times I referred to you as a hemorrhoid, because of the way you seem to let your enemies get comfortable and then flare up again when they least wanted you to. I can see the heading now. Even pains in the ass grow old. I don't think I ever thanked you for sharing your humor and challenges with me. Making a living at a keyboard can get boring. It sure brightened the day when I got a call with an automated message telling me I had a collect call from a jail and press 1 to accept. Then for the next few minutes I'd listen to you express your impressions of a pompous gourmet describing the quality of food and service in the fine dining venue of a jail. I used to hang up from those calls laughing and thinking nobody else on the planet got a call like that today. Maybe never. As now I'm in retirement, I have time to sweep the factory floor of my memory. I often kick up thoughts of one-man rebellion and realize the seriousness of the points you made. We live in a country where we don't have the freedom to challenge authority. Take all the fancy words out of the documents sent to you on a brief holiday to a jail, and it boils down to a petty bureaucrat saying, "Thou shalt not yank my chain." I often think of the lone challenger standing in front of the tank in Tiananmen Square. In a way, you did that too, but backwards. You mooned. Good luck in the book business. So yeah, I think that kind of sums up Jean Serge Brisson. Just before we get on with this, I do want to share a quick story about him, because I'll bet you most of you don't know this. He's actually visited my farm. Now, I'll bet you it was a while ago. I don't think he even remembers it. But I was showing him the property, and up on the northern end, it's kind of really bushy. We found an open hole in the ground, and it was about the size of this area right in front of me here. And I looked over the edge, because I had only just moved in, and I hadn't seen it either, and I looked over into that hole, and he looked over into that hole, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I said, "That looks like a mighty deep hole." He said, "Yeah, it does." So we picked up a rock about the size of a baseball, chucked it in the hole, because if you listen, hear it thump at the bottom, you'll get an idea how deep it is. Never heard a sound. Wow. So we grabbed another one about the size of this power head here, threw that in the hole, figuring we got to hear something this time. Still nothing. The hole didn't even burp. So we went over and grabbed a railroad tie laying in the grass a few feet away, and we dragged it over, me on one end, me on the other. We flung it over the edge. But before we get a chance to listen, this goat come busting hell-bent for leather right out of the woods, straight to the hole, gone. Didn't even say goodbye. Well, he's got this, "Did you see what I see?" look in my face, and I'm looking back at him with the, "I think I saw what you thought I saw, but I'm not sure I saw what you thought I saw" look, when old man Beklinski come walking out of the field behind us, from the bush behind us. And he comes walking up, he says, "Morning, boys." "Morning." "Fellas, great day." "Yeah, Mr. Beklinski, it sure is." He said, "You haven't happened to see my goat, have you?" And Jean Serge said, "Well, as a matter of fact, now you mention it, probably we did." And he looked at him and he said, "How would you, no, I don't think that's my goat. It couldn't possibly be my goat." And I jumped in, I said, "Mr. Beklinski, you're the only other farmer around here. I only just moved in. I don't even have any animals yet. Whose goat could it be?" He said, "Fellas, if it was my goat, you'd know it." "Well, how would we know that?" He said, "Simple, mine was chained to a railroad tie." Okay, so it wasn't that fun. Anyway, as far as I know, let's see, we have the national anthem to do, so I'm going to call our musician up, and I'm going to turn the mic over to her, and we'll let her lead us in No Canada.
Thank you so much.